Okay, moving on to rigging. So from our previous video, we have a model. I'm going to just rename this to character and a meta rig, which we got from Rigify. In case for some reason you deleted it, just make sure that the 3D cursor is in the center by pressing Shift C. And then we can add an armature, Rigify meta rig, basic, human. The proportion should match up to your model because it was based on that. So one final thing before we start rigging is if I press N on the keyboard and select the geometry, right now it has some location values and scale. It's a good idea to reset this to zeros and one before we start binding it to the rig. So if I select the object, press Control A, we can apply all transforms, which means it's zeroed out all the location and has turned the scale to one. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select the rig, go to that running man, which is the data property tab for rigs, and there is something called as generate rig. So based on the position of these bones, Blender creates an entire complex rig for us, so we don't have to get into it and we can stay creative with it. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to hide the meta rig, which were the bones that we had set up initially. I'm going to hide that by clicking on this eye icon. I'm going to select the geometry first, shift select this newly generated rig, and I'm going to press Control P, which lets us set parent to, and we are going to select automatic weights. What all of this has done is now when I select this rig and try to move it, the object is moving with that rig. Also, when I select the rig and go to pose mode, and if I select this hand controller maybe, when I move it around, the character starts moving. And that's pretty much rigging for now. We are setting up controllers so that we can make our model move. All right. Give this a shot and see if it works. So one final thing is that we have a bunch of controllers happening over here and a panel that comes on the side with a lot of layers in there. All right. So just remember one thing is we have three ways of controlling our model at the moment. One is the IK way, which is on by default, where the palm decides how the hand is moving. All right. So this is called inverse kinematics, where the child is controlling how the shoulder moves or how the parent moves. All right. And the other way, other controller, is the green one, where if I switch from IK to FK, now if I try to move the palm, it's just moving in its place because the child or the palm in this case is not in control of the entire movement. The arm decides where it's going to go and the wrist follows. All right. So depending on the kind of pose you want to create, you would either want the rig to stay on FK or you would want it to stay on IK. All right. So to simplify it, a lot of times, for especially for a walk cycle, we would just want the arms to swing as a pendulum. So in that case, having an FK rig makes more sense than IK. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to switch off the IK controllers for the arm, right? And we also have something called as tweak bones, which let you make like bendy arms in case you want to do it. So this tweak bones are used for cartoony poses. So in this case, I don't want to play with that. So I'm going to switch off tweak bones as well. All right. So in this case, we're just trying to clean what's visible to us by reducing the number of controllers. In the case of FK, I would want to move the leg. I would want to control the leg by selecting the feet so that we can just have a really lovely walk cycle, right? So in the case of feet, I'm going to switch off the FK controllers and I'll also switch off the tweak controllers, right? I can do the same switching off tweak controllers for the torso as well. So now we have a rig that is ready to be animated in the next video. So while you are editing the rig, you would want to go into edit mode where we see all the bones that we can tweak. But when we start animating, we would want to switch to pose mode. That's where we can start moving the rig to check if it's working or not. One last thing is by default in IK, the bones, we have a stretchy bone that lets us just have a lot more cartoony control on it. If you don't like the stretch, right, if you don't want the bones to move beyond a certain point, what you can also do is when I select this, you see IK stretch is on one, I can switch that to zero. Now, when I try to pull it, after the length of the geometry is done, the controller moves forward, but the geometry stops moving. And as always, I can just select all and Option or Alt G and Alt RS to reset, move, scale, and rotate.